Hey everybody, thank you for joining me on my Flannel Whiskers ASMR YouTube channel. Today we're looking at a collection of wadded up pieces of paper that I dyed and left them in the sun all day long today. And now I'm going to iron them. This process is available on YouTube in tutorial format by a YouTube channel called Teresa H. Creates. I watched her video a few days ago and I enthusiastically wanted to give it a try. And we have uncharacteristically hot weather right now in Western Washington. So I thought, this is a great day to put this out and let the sun scorch the paper, and you'll see what I mean. So I don't know how much talking I'll do because I don't know how much of the audio editing I will need to do in case the sound of the paper is too loud. So for a full tutorial of how to do this, I will put a link to that video in my description box. So she is very enthusiastic about this. I'm really enthusiastic about it. Just our videos are have a different sort of direction. Where mine is just meant to offer some cool crafting in a relaxing, quiet environment. So I hope you enjoy it. Thanks. So I already did one page just to make sure the iron was at the temperature that I wanted. And what I love about this process is that the lines that you're seeing aren't simply shadow from being wrinkled. So I'll iron it a little bit more, but it's not going to be wrinkle free, and that's totally fine with me. This piece of paper is actually packing paper. Like if you go to a place, like a storage unit place, and you buy their, I think it's like newspaper type of thing. That's what this is. About a third of them, maybe a quarter of them, are actual copy paper, which is this one is copy paper. This is cool, right there. The darker spots that you're seeing here, I think the sun just really scorched the paper while it was out in the direct sunlight. This is another newsprint paper format. It's so pretty. Look how pretty that is. Different shades. Lovely. That one's not very spectacular because it has a hole in it. Here's another copy paper. That is cool. It's kind of gotten an interesting wrinkle on it because it's still partly damp, and the heat is sort of giving it a little bit of a different texture where it's damp but it's hot. And I don't mind it staying with these wrinkles. I think this was one where I just mopped up the mud. It was water, but it was the color of mud. There are like 3 or 4 of these where that's all it was just mopping up the mud. For me, the ironing is primarily to make the pages able to be stored. If they were left completely crumpled, it would take a lot of times under heavy books to get them to be flat enough to just stay in a drawer. One thing that I'll know for next time is that the colors or the intensity of the ink is much more subdued now that it's dried. And I'm not sure how I would modify that the next time I do it because I can't intensify the colors. I can only just like more saturate the paper. I don't know if that would, if an increased saturation would intensify the colors, but I do notice that these colors are much more muted than they were when I sprayed them on the paper. This is another newspaper page. I love the scorched look. I like how many colors this one has. There were some pages where I sprayed like 5 or 6 different colors on one page. This might have been one of those because there's so many. Or it could be that it touched another one. You know, if it was leaning up against one that had the orange. So this is a copy paper one. This one is my favorite so far. Look at all those cool lines. I love the colors. Oh, the bag is so pretty too. It's got a little more of the gray. Oh, that's my favorite. This is another copy paper one. I think the copy papers are going to prove to be better results than the newspaper ones. I have to be gentle because it's still damp. It was like in the middle of the whole tray, so it's not as dry. It's very pretty. And, it's so pretty. I don't want to tear it. Oh, that just happened. Something just happened. It was a solid color like this, and then it got this weird pattern. Let's see if it does it again. I do like that one a lot. It's very curious to me, though, why it pulled the color away. Why the heat got rid of the color. Interesting. I like this one for the newspaper. It's one of the prettier ones. I like that it has these blue lines. They look like kind of like veins. I don't know if you can see right here. They're very subtle in there. I really like it when the edge has a concentration of color. Like it was burnt. For appearing so plain, there are a lot of colors right in here. I see pink, purple, yellow, blue. They're just very subtle. Oh, they're more pronounced on this corner here. Okay, here's another copy paper one. I feel like it's like a lottery. Like there's this many odds of getting the copy paper one, and they're nicer. It's interesting that it's another blue and yellow one, because I used like 12 different colors of ink during the project, and I thought I was kind of, using them semi-regularly for a variety, but I just see a lot of blue. That's cool. There's a little bit of orange here. And I think this is a little bit of mud, the mud color. This is newspaper, and the color is pretty vibrant, saturated pretty well, so let's see how well it is when it's ironed. That one's beautiful. I like all the different colors, and the scorched line right here. This one has a ton of colors as well. Green, pink, purple, yellow. It's too bad it was cut when I put it in the tea bath, I noticed that it was cut. I truly have no idea why some pieces are so dark. They have the one dark line. And I know that it was exposed to the sun, but so are other of the folds. I don't really understand. I don't understand why. It's pretty. It's too bad it's torn. But I'll still use it in collages. This is my last 8.5 by 11. And my only other 2 bundles I'm going to reserve for a video short. But I do want to show you what the bottom of the tray looks like. That all these little bundles after I iron this one. I love that one. I love these dark marks and the Venus blue-gray color. And this is what the tray looks like. I left the tea bags on. This is like a folio where you get it at like a sales presentation or whatever. And I love how colorful it is and how just random the stuff is. The tea is losing tea, so I have to stop moving it around until I can throw away the tea bags. But and I know I can reuse tea bags, but they're too small for me to deal with. But anyways, this is beautiful. I love this. What's become of this folio thing?